On this video, I would like to help you guys play Uptown Funk, and this is our version here at the Music Studio for our jam sessions. So, as with many other ones, we are changing things up a little bit, so to give you guys a part that is manageable, that you can play it. And this one is interesting because you're not playing a lot, but you need to play precisely. So it's important to count, know where you are, and almost listen to what's going on around you because you're gonna have guitar, you're gonna have bass, you're gonna have drums. So it's important to know where you are because all the parts interlocked and sound good when they're played correctly. But if you start getting lost and just playing things, and they're gonna crash against what everyone else is doing. So let's go here to a close up. The first thing is the song starts with just the bass part. Now, this is important to count it. You're not going to play. You have 4 bars, technically, of no playing. If I shut down the drums there of the pattern that I'm using, you're going to have just this, and you need to count 4 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. That's 2 measures. Then 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Here's where you start. So the part that we're playing there, we're doubling the guitar and we're getting you to play in a way that I think is very normal to when you play live to change things up a little bit. It doesn't really have keyboard part there, but I think it's good to double with the guitar player at the same time. The notes are C and F. Keep an eye that this is middle C. I'm all the way to the right on high C and high F. And we're playing them 4 times for the first one with a very specific rhythm, and then B and F. And then if you have one of our purpose, that is a natural, the symbol that is there for that B. That means that the B of the key signature is getting canceled. It's not a B flat anymore. It's a regular B. Now, after that, you have to count 8 measures. That's where the verse starts. And this is another part that I like because in the next section, it's important to be able to count and play on 4. I'll show you what we're playing. We're playing ADF and we're playing FAD. Now, that's a D minor chord. It's first in second inversion, and then after that in first inversion, which is just a way of organizing the notes. But we're going to be playing on 4. So if I have a drum beat here to give you guys a reference, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now, I'm going to do a D on the left hand to reinforce it, but it's super important that you count because it's not on 3, it's not on 2. You have to count in your mind so you can play this correctly. So one more time, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you want to use it as a reference, that part starts when the singer is saying too hot. So it's very important to play it, count. I don't think a lot of our students can play it correctly unless they're counting. And it's a great exercise to be able to count while you're playing. So after that, you're going to stop. We also have 4 measures when I think it's the singer says, girls say your hallelujahs. That is 4 measures of not playing. Same thing, you have to count. And then we're going to have a chromatic scale. And I really like the fact that we're playing a chromatic scale because we can talk about it. What a chromatic scale is, you're playing all of the notes. So when you play chromatic scales, you're playing all the keys on the piano, either up or down. And normally, we want to do them this way. When you're playing white key, black key, white key, black key, you want to go 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. So every time that you have 2 white keys in a row, you want to do 1, 2. So if I play, for example, like any random, starting anywhere, I could start, for example, like say on C, and I would do fingerings 1, 3, 1, 3. After that, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and start again 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, so on. Now, this is that pattern, but it's starting on D and going all the way to C sharp. So I'm going to go 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I stop. Now, all of that should be on your paper. It's very important to play the notes even. They're all even, and they're all upbeats. And I think the biggest challenge that we see with this is that you have to count upbeats. So you don't start on 1. If I put a metronome, you're going to start on the end of 1. So it would sound 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if I say 1, I play on the second part of the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. So once I put, I guess, a drum beat on it, it's a little bit tricky to do it, and especially to keep the fingers correctly on the numbers that we told you to use. But it will sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you stop, and you're gonna land with chords, and then B D F, and just hold them for 4 counts each. A D F, and then B D F with a G and a D. So that is, while there's a lot of other things going on, the band is doing other things, the guitar is doing something different. We even have horns there playing on top of what you're playing. But this one is one of those songs that it's, of course, a classic, and I think a song that it will be around for a while. But it's one that I really like, the almost what pushes our students to, okay, you have to count. In music, you can sometimes wing things and just like almost listen to it a couple times and get the feel for, okay, this goes here, that goes there. But sometimes we just need to count. And sometimes you need to even count on stage in the middle of performance. I think that's not necessarily forever, but I think it's definitely when you need to, you should, because we need you to play your part in the right moment. It's a little bit like a team, like if you're playing, let's say, soccer, you want to have everyone in the team work together so you can win the match. I think it's the same thing here. If someone's not doing their job, it's going to affect what everyone else is doing. And sometimes when you play the wrong thing, you can take someone else and almost get them off where they were, which maybe they were in the right place, and you kind of like knock them out. So practice with the recording slow, make sure that you count, and make sure that you know where the sections go. And hopefully you can join us for our next event. We'll see you guys soon.